Who ate my beans? What's up, guys? Greater Marlin here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Deadpool 2. Spoilers for Deadpool 2. If you've not seen it, then go see it and then come back and see my review. So Deadpool 2, I'm pretty sure it takes place in modern day. This is definitely, I think this is probably better than the first one. The first one, of course, is the best. It's still the best, but this one has more in quality, has more jokes. But there are some things that kind of bother me, but there's not a lot. But sometimes I felt like in the movie it kind of focused more on the action than the comedy. But it wasn't a big gripe for me, because honestly I didn't really care, because the action scenes were actually pretty cool. So in Deadpool 2, Deadpool creates the X-Force. Cable comes in wanting to kill, I think his name was Russell, or I don't know, he wants to kill the kid named Fire Fist. And he's a mutant with fire, he can shoot fire from his hands, and he's kind of just this annoying kid who thinks he's all cool and stuff, and thinks he wants to just kill the guy who tortured him in the mutant hospital. This movie was good. This movie was really, really good. The jokes were funny, the action was pretty good, and it was just a good movie. So, Vanessa dies in the first beginning of the movie, causing Wade to be kind of depressed and angry, and kind of suicidal. Actually really suicidal. So, he just wants to die, really. That's all he wants to do, because literally the girl that he loved is gone, and he's not that happy anymore, so he just wants to freaking die. Then Cable comes in wanting, first, when Fire Fist, kind of like causes an accident at the hospital, Deadpool starts to kind of join the X-Men as a trainee. So talks to the kid, and he knows that he's been tortured, so he shoots one of the doctors to try and save him, and Colossus tackles him, tells him, like, you can't do that because the X-Men don't kill. So Fire Fist and Deadpool were arrested, taken to the mutant facility, type of mutant jail. And Russell, of course, I keep saying Russell. I forget if his name is Russell, but I don't know. We're going to call him Fire Fist right now. Fire Fist, he wants to kind of like be the cool kid in the jail, so he wants to try and shank people. He wants to try to beat up the biggest guy in the jail. And the biggest giant guy in jail is locked up in like a basement. And of course, Deadpool says, rumoring next to a big thing of foreshadowing. So it tells you something that, hey, this big guy is going to be in the movie soon, so remember that. So, of course, Cable comes in trying to kill him, and Deadpool does make a lot of DC roasts, and I love it. I love, like, Deadpool taking shots at DC, saying like, oh my god, you're so dark. Are you sure you're not from the DC universe? I love that. That's so, it's so funny. He made a lot of MCU references too, which I'm not surprised about, because there's the deal with Disney and Fox going on, and then Comcast comes in like, hello, I'm here to buy Fox from Disney, and I'm just like, boy, get out of here, nobody wants you here. So Comcast is trying to ruin this deal, so we can't get X-Men in the MCU, so I think Disney will still win, because they're freaking Disney. Said, like, give me a bow and arrow, and I'm basically Hawkeye. Like, what did I do to... No, not that one. It was, like, tired of... I forget it, but he mentioned how Cable looked like the Winter Soldier, and he said, zip it, Thanos. Every time Josh Brolin talked, and Josh Brolin did an amazing job as Cable, he did an amazing job as Thanos, so he did both roles really well. But every time I heard Cable talk, all I heard was Thanos. I heard Thanos. That's all I heard. I just imagined Thanos just talking. But no, it was Cable. But it was still, it's so funny. So then Deadpool escapes, and then Fire Fist makes friends with the big guy, which will be revealed soon. And then Deadpool has an idea to start up the X-Force, and he hires everybody, gets Domino, he gets everybody, gets Peter. And then from the trailers it shows you some of the guys, like Terry Crews' character. That's a freaking stink bug right there, you see that? Ah! Okay, let me freaking exterminate this boy. Get out of here, you frick. You see them kind of like have some scenes, but then they're all killed off, except Domino. Domino's okay. So she survives because her power's luck, and all the other X-Force, including Peter, are dead. But wait, don't worry, you don't have to cry about Peter. He'll be back. So I actually thought Domino was pretty interesting. I was actually really interested in her character. Kind of knowing that her power is luck, you don't sense that she's ever in danger. You don't think that she's gonna die because her power is luck. And I find that really interesting. If she gets her own spin-off movie, we could possibly find out what is her kryptonite. Kind of like, maybe she's not always lucky. What causes her to not be lucky? It sounds pretty interesting. She's probably... So, I thought Domino is probably one of my new favorite characters in these movies. I think she's pretty interesting, and I want to learn more about her. So, but Domino is a pretty good character. I really did like her in this movie. But we're introduced to Juggernaut. Freaking Juggernaut. So, last time we saw Juggernaut, it was I think X-Men 3? Maybe? X-Men 2 or 3. It wasn't... For some reason, the Deadpool movies get every X-Men character comic book accurate. Colossus looks like he's straight out of the comics. Juggernaut looks like he's straight out of the comics. And I'm happy about that. For some reason, all the other X-Men movies decide to frickin' throw out comic book accuracy. So, you want to see Wolverine in his classic yellow, black, and blue costume? No, screw you. You're going to see him in darkish yellow and black. Okay, so I feel like Deadpool, that's kind of like a running joke how they get these characters comic book accurate and the other movies don't. That's just a theory. So, Juggernaut, he was Juggernaut. He was just like Juggernaut from the comics. And apparently, he was played by Ryan Reynolds. So he played Deadpool and Juggernaut. He did the voice, not the motion capture. But we see Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool torn apart by Juggernaut, and then we get another scene of him growing his body back, like he had his baby hand, but now he has baby legs. I feel like that was probably kind of a reference to the Rick and Morty Detective Baby Legs, or whatever it was. And that, honestly, it was freaking funny. In my theater, we laughed at that way too hard. Everybody just looked at him weird. And for some reason, like, of course he had his legs crossed, but then he, like, uncrossed his legs and you got to see Ryan Reynolds' dick for a few seconds, and then he covers it back up. It's so freaking funny. But seeing just him get up from the chair to shake Cable's hand as they agree to stop Fire Fist, it was so freaking funny. But God, it was just funny. But there's one part where just talking about something, and Deadpool was like, geez, spoiler alert. And then Cable says, here's a spoiler alert. This is where I thought he was going to reveal an Infinity War spoiler. If he did, I would have laughed so hard. But he didn't. I was like, dang, that's a missed opportunity right there for a joke. I would freaking love to him say, well, here's a spoiler alert. And if you have not seen Infinity War, please leave the video now. Go, please. Here's a spoiler. Spider-Man dies in Infinity War. I thought that would have been hilarious. But, nope. Apparently, well, they probably even couldn't get that in because this was filming kind of like during Infinity War. But still, they inserted jokes as they were editing the movie. So they could do it, maybe. But the final fight scene was pretty cool. We got Juggernaut versus Colossus, kind of like out of the comics. And it was actually pretty cool. Turns out, Negasonic Teenage Warhead has a girlfriend. What's her name? Yokoi? Yoki? Yaki? I forget, dude. I forget how to pronounce it. It's like Yoki, Yaki, Yoke. I don't freaking know. Her and Deadpool always went like, hi, Wade, and stuff like that, and they would just say hi and bye and stuff like that. Didn't really get to see a lot of her, just kind of in the ending. It's pretty much it. But, kind of get this sense that they're killing off Deadpool, but, he's not. And we get to see his gray and black costume from, like, the X-Force comics. But no, Cable decides to travel back in time and, stop that from happening. So, Deadpool's fine, but in the end, they all survive, everything's okay. Juggernaut was defeated, but it looks like he's getting out of the pool when a wire was stuck up his butt. So, everybody's fine, everybody lives happily ever after, but then we get to the post-credit scene. This is where probably the best post-credit scene has ever been made for a Marvel movie. So, Cable's time-traveling device has a charge on it, and they fix it. Negasonic Teenage Warhead and her girlfriend fix it, and Deadpool walks out saying thank you, and she says, maybe that was a bad idea. She's like, what have we done? And then a little bit more credits, and then we get Deadpool traveling back in time to fix the timeline. So he first saves Vanessa from dying. So now Vanessa will be in the third Deadpool if they make one, or I bet they will. But she's gonna be in the next Deadpool, and then he kills the Deadpool from Wolverine Origins. That was funny. And then he goes to kill himself. Basically, he kills Ryan Reynolds. He's like, oh, you're in the big leagues now. It's the freaking script for Green Lantern. Shoots him and says, you're welcome, Canada. Boom. End of the movie. Ooh, great post-credit scene. So, really, pretty much that's my review for Deadpool. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was great. So, I can't wait for the next one. So, hopefully, you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what likes me do, or play next time. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.